back from the shooting range, and it's time to show you how to actually install this beautiful handguard with a nice Cerakote. And we also gonna show you how we use the side mount on our AK. So we previously showed you options like this from GPN, where you can have a dust cover with a Picatinny, or I would say even more ultimate version. We showed you my 7.62 AK that has a handguard connected to a dust cover. If you don't like any of those options, and maybe you just want to keep it old school, then you can have a side mount like this. And what you have to check if you have the side mount connector on your AK. So sometimes, for example, AKMs don't come with them. So if you buy from akguys.com, in the box, you'll get the piece itself, the side mount connector. And there's all the hardware that you need to install it. So basically goes through your entire gun, gets into those 3 holes, tie it up, put it on a Loctite, and you're good to go. As well as if you're looking to buy something from akguys.com, use my code MK10 for 10% off and free shipping. All right, so we're gonna use this beautiful, very light handguard with a side mount like that from GPN as well. And we're gonna throw an ACOG on it, and we're just gonna have fun. Okay, reasons why would you go with a side mount instead of maybe option like this, or even a fully mounted option? Couple of reasons, of course. A, if you wanna keep a natural look of your AK, you don't wanna change your dust cover, you don't wanna lose your manual sights, that's option A. B, with this side mount, you can zero it and take it off and put it on back without losing zero. With pieces like this, sometimes there is some point of aim shift. Then of course with a fully mounted one, there's no problems at all. Options are there, and if you don't have a side mount like this on your AK, with a purchase from akguys.com, you have one in stock as well. It comes in a package, it's super easy to install. And of course, if you can install it yourself, you can take it to a gunsmith and they'll easily make it happen. Well, let's go through the installation. Let's put this Tarkov build together and see how it works. So the simplest thing, of course, check your gun. And I'm gonna show you something that you probably should know already, but that's an easy way of checking if your gun is loaded on an AK. Without even taking your safety off, pull your charging handle back, look inside of the gun. There is nothing there. If there is a bullet there, lock safety will not allow the bullet to fall off. So you'll see it, undo your safety, and take it out. Just a little life hack. All right, we're gonna take it apart. And installation of this is gonna be actually very simple. So what you always have to do, is take your gas block off. And we're gonna use this for the intended purposes. All right. My gas block is pretty tight on this gun, which is actually a Saiga in 5.56, so makes it a little cool little gun. Come on, get out of there. All right. Now pay attention to this little flag right here. Flip it and just give it some push forward. There we go. And that's your AK disassembled. Very simple, very easy. Now, a couple of things about the handguard itself. First of all, look at the Cerakote. It looks super nice and beautiful, and there are a couple of different options for you guys to choose on akguys.com. As well as, I wanted to weight them, and to be fair, let's take this front piece off. The handguard by itself is 6.7 ounces. It's a very thin, very light aluminum. Now, if we take our old wooden one, 3.1. So you are gaining a little bit more weight, but you're also getting more room for accessories and grip. Installation right here is simple. The top part is being held by screws like this, and you have a hex key inside of the package to take it off. After that, line up your gun with your receiver. Sit it in. There we go. Oh, it already looks so good. What I would actually recommend on my gun, I probably need to untie it just a little bit on the bottom to give it some space. All right, let's see if this is enough. That should be good. Okay, now let's pay attention to this part. Put the key up. Make sure it slides down. All right, so this is kind of what you want. You see how it's sitting right in there? You don't want any space. And sometimes if it doesn't fit, take a rubber mallet and just gently tap it in. Or if it doesn't fit completely, you may want to use a file and file it off. Now let's get to this part. This is very important as well. You want to make sure that your little gas key, it's sitting there properly. As you can see right now, it feels tight. And see if you can zoom in. It feels tight, but it is not all the way in. And not only that, you have to pay attention to the corners, you have to look from the back side and make sure that it's sitting all the way right. And the easiest way to do it, if you have the cleaning rod is perfect, where you can actually put it in here and just tap it with the mallet. Or if you don't, take a long screwdriver or anything that you can mash it in there and just tap with the hammer as well. So I need to do that as well. I would say for a good installation and proper seating, it needs just a little more persuasion. See if I can tap it in without using tools. Now I do need tools. All right, be right back. And we're back with a cleaning rod. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sit it on, align my cleaning rod with the shoe in, make sure it knows where to go. Most of the time you don't have to do it as crazy, but you'll feel it going down in there. And just once in a while check that it's sitting correctly. There we go. So as you can see, we moved a lot more deeper on that shoe. And the clear indicator if it's good to go or not is if you can push your hammer down and it's sitting in there and not moving, you're in the right spot. One thing that I can tell you right away, it's so thin, it feels very nice gripping it with a C-clamp. And another nice advantage of this handguard is you can still keep your cleaning rod with this handguard. All right, now tie everything up with a screws that are included in the package. Again, if you're tying it up and you're keeping it on your gun for a while, use some blue Loctite. I'm not going to, since this gun changes a lot, but for your implementation, you probably should. Now that when you tied all the screws, this is how it looks, and it looks gorgeous. Another thing that I felt the difference between the other handguards that we reviewed is how light it is and how thin, how nice it is to actually C-clamp this handguard. So for example, we showed you other options, one from ME Ukraine and one from GPN, full size as well. As you can see, this one is a lot more beefier. Now, depending on what are you building your rifle for, you can choose which kind of handguard you want to go with. Do you want something more tactical with a nice collar, lighter and easier to manipulate, or do you want something a lot more beefier like this GPN? Both of them are made from aluminum and both of them are very nice and sturdy. It's just depending on what are you building your rifle for. All right, which I actually do like a lot ME as well, because they give you a straight bottom that you can easily sit on any barricade and shoot from it. So that's a very cool design. Now this circular design makes it a lot easier to grip and handle nicely. So choices are yours, but as long as you use akguys.com, you can find all of the options right there. Now, oh, I forgot one more piece. There is this bridge piece for your finger on top right here. So all you have to do is just simply slide that in and tie it up. So if you're using side mounts, you can use your normal dust cover So this one is built from one piece of aluminum. It is extremely high quality. There's absolutely no movement. And as well as there is a little button on the side that actually unlocks the latch that holds your side mount. Now just align it on your gun, push it in, and lock the lock. Actually, it might be a little tight. No, perfect. So as you can see, it sits on your gun like this, and you can mount almost anything with Picatinny on it. As long as you have a good line of sight, you should be okay. So we're gonna put this ACOG on it, going with more of a Tarkov, hey, I found what I found and I'm gonna just put it all together build. Also tell me in the comments if you are playing Tarkov and how's your vibe going so far. All right, this is super nice. Maybe just a little closer. So one limitation of something like this is of course the amount of space you have on the mount. So if you go with a dust cover option, as you can see, you have a lot more space to store some stuff on. And here, of course, you are more limited. All right, that's perfect. Good things that with using side mount like this, you still have full access to the internals of your gun without taking your optic off. So this is a plus against having something like this with a full Picatinny rail on top. So you can manipulate, you can unbuild your gun, clean it, put it back together, and your zero never changes. Or you can just shoot it like that if you really want to. For any reason, the options are there for you. Again, with this connection, if you take your optic off, you should be good to go. So we can try that when we get to the range for you as well. That is about everything, as you can see on the installation part. And the last thing that I forgot to tell you is, of course, with your handguard, you have a included Picatinny mounts if you want to use Picatinny for your lights, lasers, or anything else you want to throw on your handguard. And the handguard itself uses M-LOK connectors. All right, that's about it. Hopefully that helped you. As you can see, it looks fantastic on a gun. I really like the design. Of course, you can go with any optic you want, but options are there for you. Whatever you're building your AK for, use the akguys.com website and use my promo code MK10 for a free shipping and 10% off. As always, thank you so much. Leave a like, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.